Hey, hello, and welcome to today's live stream. I'm so glad you're here. I'm actually just going to wait a moment or two. I want to make sure that the sound is working correctly so you can hear me. If you have any comments as we get into this, be sure to just drop those below. Live stream. Okay, and you can hear me. So let's get started. Today we're talking about where you must put your focus as a service-based business owner if you want to grow your business. And more than likely, you do want to grow your business because you want more money. Your money is attached to your dreams, maybe to retirement, to your kids' college fund, lots of things. So this video is really going to center upon one thing. Now, before I tell you what that one thing is, I want to paint a picture of the lifestyles that you have chosen to live. You know, the first lifestyle is that you are a service-based business owner. And by default, by connection, you instantly have that type of lifestyle. So that might mean that you're up at 7 a.m. for a consulting call. It might mean that some Friday nights you're working till 11 p.m. Now, it can also mean some other great things. You might, every Wednesday at noon, you might take off for 2 hours and do a Costco run or take your animal to the groomer, something like that. There's all the pros and cons that come with your type of lifestyle. So you can imagine this as a V, kind of going down and getting more focused. So you have this lifestyle of being a service-based business owner. Now, beyond that, getting a bit lower in the V and the kind of like the funnel, is that you have chosen a lead generation lifestyle. Now, lead generation is a very common term. I'm actually not a huge fan of that word. It kind of seems mechanical or automated. Nevertheless, that is the term that's used in our type of business, lead generation. Many times service-based business owners, they hit a point, maybe a contract ends, and they start freaking out. And they sort of go into panic mode of, I need more money, right? And then, of course, they think, well, to get more money, I need more clients. And to get more clients, what do you need? You need more leads. And to get more leads, what do you need? Well, that comes down to the end, kind of like the bottom of the V I'm talking about. And that is, your lifestyle is a conversation starting lifestyle. Years ago, I did not get this. I felt like, well, I'm starting conversations from blogging, or I'm doing LinkedIn articles, or I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and that's how I'm starting conversations. And there is an argument, and there's kind of a stance that yes, that is accurate. However, at the same time, there's a much more lively place, and that is, don't freak out, starting actual conversations with actual human beings. I know it's freaky. It's like revolutionary, right? So a conversation starting lifestyle is what you have signed up for. My stance is that the sooner you embrace that, the sooner your business will grow more. The more conversations you have, the more leads you generate. The more leads you generate, the more clients you get. The more clients, the more money. And not that it's just about the money, it's also that you want to express yourself through your business. You want to make a difference in people's lives. Actually, years ago, I met a guy named Rodney Rich at a conference in California, and we discovered, we both live in Vegas, and so we exchanged numbers and everything. And probably 2 weeks later, he called, and he was like, "Hey, Eric, how you doing?" I was like, "Good," and I was kind of waiting, like, "Why are you calling me?" Right? And he would just say, "Oh, I'm doing well too. Tell me what's new. How's your life going? How's business?" All these sort of things. And then we'd end the conversation. That was it. And then a month later, "Hey, Eric, it's Rodney again. Just call and see how you're doing. Checking in on you. How's life? How's business?" All that good stuff. And I really didn't get it at the time, but Rodney was a master, a beast, a savage at starting conversations. He loves people. He loves starting conversations. It came very naturally to him. And now, to some extent, it didn't come naturally to me because, of course, I was on the phone thinking, why are you calling me? Can I help you with something? What's going on, right? But our conversation grew, our friendship grew. He later became a client for maybe a year or two. We also went to some networking events. He actually introduced me to a couple who became clients of mine. They've been clients of mine for over 5 years now. Adjusted Balance are like the most incredible bookkeepers, chief financial officers you would ever meet in your life. Adjusted Balance in Las Vegas. And all of that came from the conversations that Rodney kept choosing to start conversations. And today I want to invite you to look at, how many conversations are you really, really starting? I'm not talking about hiding behind a laptop, and I'm not talking about doing a social media post or an Instagram reel or anything like that. Like literally with human beings, how many conversations are you starting? Are you reaching out to people in email or in DMs? Are you using little one-liners to generate conversations? Are you commenting on things they're posting? Are you asking open-ended questions? There's so many ways to start creating conversations. And like I said, you're in a conversation starting lifestyle. Now, the big point of today is this. If you refuse as a service-based business owner to live a conversation starting lifestyle, you will actually impact less people and you will make less money. Now, I know that can sound maybe rude or mean or what's the word? Some coaches use some kind of word for that. Regardless, my experience from my business going on almost 9 years now is that this is really true. The seasons in my business where I have had less conversations, initiated less conversations, there was always a slump in my income. And also there was kind of a slump in how I felt about myself and my business. If you have any type of pet, your pet is probably wired a certain way. Like if you have certain types of dogs, like they just want to run a lot or they want to play a lot. Or if you have a type of horse, that horse is built to run, right? There's just something in its DNA that makes it want to do something. And the same for us. There's something inside of you that makes you want to do your business. And I would encourage you today to embrace that. If you're built a certain way, then you need to let whatever is inside of you out. You need to express yourself. And one of the best ways to do that is by starting conversations that build yourself, build other people, and build your business. Now, before we wrap this up today, one of my favorite people to follow, his name is Jesse Itzler. And he was a rapper back in the day. His song was in White Chicks. And then he founded Marquis Jet, private jet company. I think they sold that for $5 billion. And then he helped Zico coconut water grow from 200 or 300 million a year to significantly more. And then they sold it to Coca-Cola. And then, he just does like all these crazy things in life and like amazing things. It's almost like the careers, like 5 lifetimes of careers in one lifetime. And I was listening to him today, and he was talking about how it all came down to conversations for him. And it was really about reaching out. And he said, let me give you an example. And now he's a multimillionaire. His wife is Sarah Blakely of Spanx, who's a billionaire. And there was this guy who had basically an apparel business, an apparel company. So he would put businesses' logos on T-shirts, sweatshirts, socks, whatever. And this guy who had this small apparel company reached out to Jesse through a DM. And he said, hey, Jesse, if you will send me your logo for your business, I will send you a huge sample of products with your logo on each product so you can check them out. And either way, they're yours, you get to keep them. That's it. And Jesse, being Jesse, who has quite the adventurous spirit, he said, okay, let's do it. Here's my logo. And then a few days later, he got these huge boxes in the mail with sweatshirts with his logo, T-shirts with his logo, all of these different things with his logo. And Jesse said, I just freaking loved how everything looked. And he said, I messaged the guy back and said, hey, let's do business together. You're my guy for apparel. And he said, I want this and want this. And, let's make this available on the website, all this stuff. Now, think about this. The only reason this guy with this small apparel company got this contract is because he asked. So there is power in asking. There is power in starting conversations. And Jesse said something so interesting. He said, I have probably 20 people I know and who know me, who have a relationship with me, who do the exact same thing. And they never reached out to me to ask me. Like they never said, hey, can I send you some samples? Never. So now think about this. So many of those people, maybe they ruled Jesse out. Maybe they thought, you know what, this guy's a multimillionaire. He's like way up here. I'm down here. He probably doesn't even check his messages, his DMs. They probably disqualified themselves or ruled themselves out. Actually, they would have done that. And so they didn't get the business. They didn't get to make that business relationship flourish. And so the point is, start conversations. See what happens. Take it upon yourself to be more adventurous. What's going to happen? Someone says no. Who cares? People are going to say no. That's how it works. People are not going to respond sometimes. That's how it works. But sometimes they are going to respond. And sometimes you're going to get a new client. Sometimes they're going to say, you know what, I don't need this, but let me introduce you to this person. Sometimes you're going to get on a podcast. Sometimes you're going to get on a radio show. Sometimes you're going to get invited to do something downtown. All of those things have happened to me through LinkedIn just from sending messages, right? Crazy stuff. Not crazy stuff, awesome stuff. So I've made business relationships, friends, really good friends, like people who just, hey, we talk every couple months, like, how are you doing? How's your business doing? All those sort of things. And all of them literally just started from starting a conversation. So, mis amigos, my friends, that is it. I just want to implore you, beg you, maybe twist your arm in a loving way to get out there and really starting some conversations. Now, if you need help with this, I have a free resource. It's called Conversational Leads Video Vault. And one little section in there is 5 1 to 2 liners that you can use to start conversations. And of course, listen to yourself. What's a phrase or a line that you would use that feels natural and authentic to you? And who are 5 people you can reach out to today? Or who are 10 people you can reach out to tomorrow? So that is it. I'm looking forward to you growing through starting more and more conversations. It's a beautiful day here in the Yucatan. It's not actually too hot, which is great. But wherever you are, I hope you're staying safe. I hope you and your family and your loved ones are doing well. And I'm Eric Z. Johnson, and I will catch you later. Bye-bye.